Now I'm going to show you how to factor a trinomial that has a leading coefficient. The AC method is a technique for factoring trinomials like 4x squared plus 5x minus 6. There happens to be no greatest common factor, and the leading coefficient is not 1. In this case, it's 4. And this is a method that I was never taught in school, and it's kind of interesting. So what it does is it allows you to fill out this box that we've been working with a little bit more quickly without guessing. So we know that the 4x goes here, and we know that the negative 6 goes here. And so it might take us a while to get the right combination of other factors in here, especially because we could have like a 2x here and a 2x here, or we could say it was 1 and 4, and so we've got all the factors of 4 that we've got to work with in that top corner, and then we also have the factors of 6 to work with, and then we have to add. There's just a lot of combinations that are possible. And so the method for figuring out the side lengths has another step that you can go through, and it's called the AC method. What you do here is you multiply your A and your C terms together, and your A and your C terms are your first and last terms, and you put your middle term, your B term, down below. Okay, so if we multiply our A and our C terms together, that's 4x squared and negative 6. We will get negative 24x squared. A lot of folks will just put the negative 24 there. That's fine. And then we have 5x below. And what we're trying to figure out is what terms multiply to make 24, but add to make 5. You don't have to think about the multiples of 4 and 6 anymore. You can just think about what numbers add to make 5, but multiply to make 24. What I would suggest, think about how you can make 5 using addition. And so pretty soon you'll find out, like if I stuck with 1 plus 4 or 3 plus 2, and you thought about those numbers, you'll find out that we're making 5, but we're not getting anywhere close to multiplying to be 24. So you'll find out pretty quickly that your numbers, one of your numbers needs to be negative. And so we're going to still add to make 5. So one of them's negative, and you can think about going above 5, so like negative 1 and 6. Those add to make 5. Not getting anywhere closer to 24, but we can keep going. We got 7 and 2, where we're at 14 now and 5. We're at 8 and 3. All right, those make 5. Oh, and they make 24. All right, so we finally have our numbers that are going to work. So we'll have negative 3x's and 8x. These two multiply to make 24x squared, and they add together to make 5x. And those are the terms that you can just go ahead and fill in these remaining two boxes with. You got your negative 3x and your 8x. Okay, and now you can fill out the side lengths of this box pretty easily. You can look right across. You already know you have an x that's in common in both terms, and an x in common. Okay, and what does 4 and 3 have in common? Not a whole lot, so there's no number, or you can put a 1 there. And so we know that that is 4, because we had to get that first term. 4 times what makes 8? 2. And 1 times negative 3. makes negative 3x. And just double check that last box. Does 2 times negative 3 make negative 6? Well, yes, it does. Great. And so we will start by writing the question. And then we'll start with an equal sign and write down our factors. 4x and 3, negative 3, and x, positive 2. Let's try that one more time. Using the AC method, I'm going to draw my box over here. I'm going to go ahead and fill in my 6p squared and my negative 6q squared. And I'm going to multiply my a and my c terms together, my first and last terms, so that'll be negative 36p squared q squared, and I'm just going to write down my middle term, pq. So it multiplies to make 36, but adds to make 5. And again, I kind of focus on adding to make 5, and then working to the 36. So I'm gonna, again, start with numbers that are, one's negative and one's positive, because I know I have negative 36. And I'm gonna start with, let's say, 6 and 1. Just start close, numbers close to 5. Negative 6 and 1, that doesn't make 5. My negative must need to be on the smaller number, but that doesn't make 36 when I multiply. 7 and 2, nope. 8 and 3, that's getting closer. 9 and 4. 9 minus 4 makes 5, and 9 minus 4 multiplies to make 36. So we'll work with 9 and 4. And so we'll have 9 and 4. And we'll have, they both need to be PQs, so they add to be 5 PQs, and they'll multiply to make negative 36 P squared Q squared. So these are the 2 missing boxes. Doesn't matter where you put them. You can put them in the top or the bottom. I'll just put the 4 up here, and I'll put the 9 down here, and I forgot which one was negative. The 4 was negative since I had a positive 5. Okay, and I should be able to figure things out from here. So I know I have a P and a P for my 6p squared. And what is the common factor between 6 and 9? Looks like that's a 3. I need to make a 6, so 2. Need to make a 9, so 3. Oh, and I forgot about my Q, so 3Q. Right, and then this would be the 2 times what makes negative 4, negative 2. I have the P, but I need the Q. Double check the last one. Negative 2 times 3 is the negative 6. Q times Q is Q squared. Good. Okay, so I'm going to write out the question. And then I'll start with an equal sign, write down my length and my width from my area model. A little dyslexic. Sometimes those P's and those Q's look an awful lot alike. And 3Q. There we go. That is the AC method. And that was a method that I had never learned in high school or college, so it's kind of cool. I think that you could probably just figure it out by guessing and checking long enough, or we're going to be learning some other things like the quadratic formula, that there's methods that kind of go around needing this, but it's interesting nonetheless. I want you to try it yourself. I've given you 3 questions to do, and I'd like to see your work on those. and then in class we will be doing some more. Thank you, and I will talk to you later.